Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial for this necklace I made using Lavender Latte treasure box for Potomac beads for October of 2025. I had a little bit of trouble with the crimp bead, so I thought I'd leave it in. It's kind of a blooper because we all have those mistakes. I like using the crimp covers that just close up and they have the hole in them. But I didn't have any more, so I used the wire guards and everything. And I used to use those all the time when I first started out years ago. Then when I started using the other ones, they're just so much easier to use. But I figured, well, okay, I'll go out of my comfort zone and use these. And so I cracked it. It was pretty funny. So, yeah, if you're not familiar with Potomac beads, the treasure box price monthly is $39.99. If you price it quarterly, it's $34.99, so you save $60 a year. And if you price it annually, it's $29.99 a month, so you save $120 a year. I will leave a link below to that. And if you would like to learn how to make this, then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm starting with, so I have from my stash, I have 2 crimp covers, 2 crimp beads, 2 jump rings, one a little smaller than the other one, 2 wire guards, and a lobster clasp. So I have all those. Then I'm using these diamond shape. I kind of kept it. I've been playing around with this, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this. And I decided, I loved the simplicity of this necklace I created. So I decided to go with that. It's not as fancy as some of my other ones, but diamond shape with the little drop beads just looked so pretty in here. So I'm using these. I have the Miyuki seed beads in copper, 8 O's, and then I also have the Azuki seed beads in vintage rose, the 11 O's. So I'm going to put those in a little container too. I have 22 inches of wire. Put a few there. Yes, and I have the drop beads, and I have 2 stoppers. I love using those. So I'm going to put this on like this, and I'm just going to start with, I'm going to do a copper bead, then a drop bead, and then a copper bead. And I'm just going to fasten this all on, and then I will even it out. And then I have these diamond ones, and I'm going to do this, and then I do a drop bead inside of it. I love the way it looks in there. So you just kind of have to work it through. So then it lays like that. And then we're going to do another copper bead and another drop bead and another copper bead. I usually, end up hand sewing something, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do this. This one is stuck in there right now because I kind of designed this before I started this video. So let me see here. And I tried to make each drop bead a little different in the color so that it looks kind of random. I liked that look. So you see how that's looking there? I think that looks so pretty. Okay, so now we're going to do another copper bead, drop bead, another copper bead. Oops. Okay, copper bead, drop bead, and copper bead. There you go. And then, let's see, we do this. These are so slippery. And that. And then I kind of bring that inwards again. And then I kind of go bring it out just a little bit until I can get it to go through there. These look so cute. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are working on right now. Be interested to hear. I love hearing everybody's comments, what they're doing. Okay, I got another one. So got that. And then we got that. And then set that in there and pull that in just a little bit. Oh. There we go. Okay. And then just a little bit. There we go. And make sure that it's going through all the holes, because you don't want to get all the way done and tighten up your necklace and then realizing it's missing on one of the sides. That would not be fun. Look how cute that looks. I love this. I was playing around with this box. It's actually November now, and this is the October box. But I was kind of, there's like quite a few little things I wanted to use those diamonds for. And I'm like, well, I can't do all of them. So I kind of had to weigh it out, and then I decided to do this. So then I'm like, okay, better late than never with the tutorial. Okay, come on. Oh, okay, that came out. So Potomac Beads is doing this really cool thing starting in January to all of the influencers that are working with them. And they're sending us beads, or letting us pick out beads, and then we're going to do a collection with 3 videos for them, which I think is really cool. So I just put in my my pick for the beads. So they wanted to start in January of 2026, which I can't believe is right around the corner. Yes, I'm really excited about that. Let me see, I'm going to do this now. So yeah, so we're going to have, and then they're going to like play the videos and advertise for us. It's going to be fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't want the same drop bead. I want to make them different each time. This is really pretty. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes this goes right through. Oh, that one went right through. Okay. And let's do this one. Okay. Let's see if this goes all the way through. It might not. I'm going to pop that one out. Okay, so we got this one. And let's do this one, because I switched these up. And then I'm going to change it up now. So this is kind of like the front. This is kind of like the front part of the necklace. So now I have those there. So now I'm going to start doing, so I have those. So now I'm going to do this. I'll do a pink one. I'll do that. So now the rest of these are going to be the drop beads and the Miyuki beads, the copper ones. And then when I run out of those, then I want to mix the copper and, where's these at? I want to show you. You should see my desk. It's a mess right now. I know it's, oh, here it is. The vintage rose. Okay. So we got one on each side. So now let's start. We're just going to start adding these to the side. So this is a pretty basic necklace that anybody can do. But I just think it looks really, it's got a really pretty, it's simple, but yet it looks like it was hard to make. Hold on 1 second. I ended up adding an extra one on there. So now it's just, yeah, so now it's a seed bead, drop bead, seed bead, drop bead. Seed bead, drop bead. So I'm going to do some on this side, and then I'll switch it over. Okay. I'm going to do okay, so we got that. Now we'll go on to the other side and do some on this side. Kind of wondering now. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, I'm changing this up a little bit. I'm looking, well, you know what? I'm going to try it on this side, see if I like it. I'm thinking about doing this, the rose, that, and then the drop bead. I feel like they're too close together. I kind of like that, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go back with the copper, the rose, the copper, and then we'll do this metal. I'm trying to do each one different. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. Yeah, that looks better. See, this, even though I was messing around with this for, I don't know how many days, look, and I ended up changing my mind. Yeah, because that way it has the same kind of spacing as this, but it doesn't have the copper, which is fine. And then as I get up towards the top, depending, I might change that up. I'm a very visual person, so like sometimes I change things up as I'm going. That's pretty. That's really pretty there. Yeah, I like that better. I like that little rose, tea rose color in here too. Okay, now we're gonna look at this one. Make sure it's all inside the camera still. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on 1 second. There we go. I did 2 here in a row. And we'll do a pink here. And tea rose and a copper. Do one more, and then I'm going to change the other ones. On the other side, yeah, this looks much prettier like that. Okay, let me go change these. I'll be right back. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. So I have 9 drop beads on each side with the pattern in between. So now we're going to, let me see here. 4, okay, that one's an extra. I don't think I have any more. Okay, so now we're gonna finish up with the 4 on each side. We'll do this. And the rest are gonna be the seed beads. Be so pretty. If you are not subscribed to my channel, why don't you subscribe right now and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. It helps my algorithms. I get like so many views, but some people are not subscribed yet. So would love it if you would. Okay, so let's get these now. 1. Going out to dinner with my friends tonight. I'm so excited. We meet like every 6 weeks. And these are girls, hairdressers that I worked with. We've been friends for, gosh, like 16 years now. We worked in like 3 or 4 salons together. And all 3 of them still do hair except for me, because I had rotator cuff surgery, and after 30 years, my back just said no. And I do miss doing it, but I love making jewelry. So, okay, that, and then we're going to end with this. Okay, now let me hold this up and see how okay. So now I'm going to hold this up. Let me see. I'm gonna kind of just move this around a little bit. A little bit more. Oh, okay, now I did it the other way. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yes, because this has a little bit of a curve because of the neck. So, okay. So now we're going to clip that here. And now I'm going to do, let me get this. So I'm going to start with the copper ones. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we did that. So now let's go to this side and do the same thing. Okay, now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now I want to see where this is on my neck. Oh, this is, yes, I'm going to do 5 more of each, and then we're done. So we got 10, so now I'm going to do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we got 10 on there, so now we're going to do this one. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. Okay, let me clean this up before I start closing it up and doing all the other stuff. So, yeah, it's got a little bit of a dip to it because of the way it goes around the neck. So you want to make sure that you do have a little bit of room with your wire, but you don't want it to be too tight. So we're going to start out on this side. Let me get my, okay, I have the crimper. Okay, so now we're going to put the crimp bead on, and then we're going to feed it through the wire guard. Bring that wire guard down a little bit. Where's my I love using my round nose pliers for these. And then go back through there. So it's kind of like that. And then putting the crimp. The first side you do is the easiest. Okay, so we have it like this. I'm going to take this, I'm just going to close that a little bit. Okay. So now when you use the crimpers, you want to make sure, hold on, okay. So you want to make sure that the wires are right next to each other like that. And then you use this farthest from the end. And then you put that in there. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, There we go. So you get it like that, and then you turn it, and you do it again. So if you can see, why isn't that? I'm going to use these to finish closing this. There we go. Okay, now it's not moving. That was weird. I usually don't have any problems with that. And then I'm just kind of turning these as I'm putting them on so that they kind of go through. I like to have some beads on there before I cut that. Sometimes I don't cut the wire in the first one. Sometimes I just kind of feed the beads through. And then just kind of keep working that down. Okay, I'm going to end it right there. So I have that little piece. I don't know if you can see that. I have this little piece left. So I like to hold it up like this, and I take my cutters, and I do it flush side down. And I cut that little piece off. And then I'm gonna, these are kind of tiny beads here I have on the end. And make sure they all go in. Okay. And I'm gonna put the crimp covers on at the end. Okay, so now I'm feeding this through because I don't want there to be any holes in the wire. Okay, so now I have it like this. It's kind of circled a little bit. So now, I don't know why those crimper didn't work on this. That was really weird because I use this all the time. Okay, so now I have the crimpy down there. Get the wire guard over here. Okay, and there it goes through there. And then it goes down through here. Oh. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to bring this up first. So as I'm closing it up, okay, I'm going to bring it down through some of these. Oh, it is going through now. It's going through much easier on this side. Okay, so now I'm going to hold that up, and I'm just going to pull. I'm just holding the wire guard, and I'm just kind of pulling on it until I have it where I want it. Close this a little bit first. Just using my fingers to close it. Okay, so there's that little bit of wire there so that it's not too tight. So now I have it like this. I'm gonna take this. I don't know why this wasn't working. Smash down. The wire's in place there. What is wrong with these things? That's weird. I've been using these. Okay. Okay, well that just broke. Oh boy. Let me see if that is, oh no, that's still good. That little corner broke off. I'm going to, okay, I put another crimp bead on. Okay, so now I'm taking the crimp cover and I'm putting it, kind of want to try and lay it as nicely as you can. Let me get it like that. There we go. Okay. So now I'm just very gently closing it. There we go. Okay, so now there's that little bit of room there. And I'm gonna take this, the fresh cut right there. Let me put the crimp cover over here. Boy, that was a little bit of a emergency there. I love my, just my crimp covers that have the hole in them. I just think they're so much easier. I really do. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't hold on to this. I really do. I think they're so much easier. I mean, I did these when I first started out, and then once I figured out an easier way, I'm like, why not do it? There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have, I'm using the smaller jump ring to attach the lobster clasp to, and put it through there. Okay, and then this is just a little bigger one for the lobster clasp to go catch on to. And you could add a chain if you want to connect an extender chain. I have this tied up so many times now. Okay. Let me get this laid down here. Oh, it's so pretty. There we go. Look at how pretty this is. Hold on one second. I have this all tangled up because I was twirling it around. There we go. Okay. And this is the necklace. I think it is so pretty. Oh, just holding it up. I'll put it up on a bust. It'll be in the thumbnail. So let me know what you thought of this necklace. Sorry about the the crimp bead. Like, it's like my nemesis over here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will leave a link below to the Potomac beads, and definitely check out their website, and I will leave links to all of my social media as well. And let me know down in the comments what you thought of this, and hopefully this gave you a little laugh. So I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.